More than 1,000 people have been killed in floods and landslides across Indonesia, Sri Lanka and Thailand. Rescue efforts are taking place in some of the most difficult conditions, with hundreds still missing. At least 176 of those deaths were in Thailand. Almost 4 million people have been affected by the flooding there, which was triggered by the heaviest rains seen in centuries. The Prime Minister says the government should have done more to protect its citizens. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, the death toll is over 600. The military has been deployed to some of the worst-hit areas to join rescue efforts. Jessica Washington reports from North Tapanuli on the island of Sumatra.
In North Tapanuli, a trail of devastation, houses and loved ones buried under the mud. Herman Sitompul says he's experienced landslides before, but never as severe as this.
My family was buried by the landslide, an entire household, my mother, my older brother and my other brother's children.
Hundreds are missing across 3 Indonesian provinces. Rescue personnel, including soldiers, dig for hours through thick mud, trying to find bodies.
Hundreds of thousands of people have been displaced and are staying in emergency shelters. Here in North Tapanuli, people are staying in this church after their homes and livelihoods were destroyed.
The devastation is widespread across North and West Sumatra and Aceh province.
This is the worst landslide that has ever happened to this village, even this entire district. Nothing this severe has ever occurred before.
In Biron, Aceh, rescuers found this man clinging to a tree, fighting against torrential floods. And at this evacuation post, crews distribute food and other essentials, but getting enough for everyone is a challenge.
All
the wells in the village have been buried in mud, so we're in urgent need of clean water.
Some areas remain cut off. Rescue workers are still trying to reach some of the worst affected communities, delivering aid by helicopter to areas they can't reach by road. Communications are also affected in some areas. President Prabowo Subianto says the government will deliver as much aid as possible.
We will reopen the roads that have been cut off, and damaged bridges will be repaired immediately.
Environmental groups say deforestation for extractive industries like palm oil and mining has made the area more vulnerable to flooding and landslides. Many here say they feel hopeless and scared, unable to sleep for fear of further landslides. Jessica Washington, Al Jazeera, North Sumatra.
Well, Jessica now joins us live from North Tapanuli. Jessica, what is the situation where you are right now?
Well, I'll just talk you through the latest numbers overall across North Sumatra, West Sumatra and Aceh as well. More than 630 confirmed deaths and 462 people missing at this stage. 277 broken bridges and more than 1 million people displaced by this extreme weather. I'm here, as you say, in North Tapanuli, and I'll just talk our audience through what is happening behind me. You can see the heavy machinery working to move some of the debris. This was a village, but you can see that all of the houses here have been flattened. There were 8 houses along this strip. All of them essentially disappeared into the thick mud. This excavator here shifting some of that debris, trying to clear access so that emergency vehicles can pass through the road, but also trying to locate the body of a missing person. To the right, there are also dozens of soldiers digging through the debris, looking for the bodies of the other missing people from this village. So certainly still an emergency situation for North Tapanuli. In this area, around 15,000 people displaced by this week of disasters. Now, Indonesia's President Prabowo Subianto says that the government is prioritizing a rapid and coordinated response and that aid is being delivered by air and sea. We've seen that happening in some of the areas that crews were not able to initially access. They have been getting aid to those communities in need, food, medicine, water, other essential supplies. There is some sense of pressure building, though, from parliamentarians in the affected areas, calling on the national government to declare a national state of emergency. At this moment, however, the central government says that but that they do believe that the situation can be handled by the regional governments. We've also heard the latest from the Disaster Mitigation Agency that they have made progress in reaching some of the areas that were previously blocked. They've made progress in restoring access to those roads, shifting debris, and reaching those communities in desperate need.
Many thanks for that. Jessica Washington there for us in North Tapanuli.
Don't miss out and get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.